Good Monday morning, YouTube. How you guys doing today? I hope that you guys are being safe out there and finding yourself something to do if you are sheltering in place as you're supposed to. So you guys know, if you have been listening to me, for the whole weekend really, we have been talking about and trying to muddle out. Good morning, Wonder Woman. Muddle our way through this whole issue that's going on with the Rona and how it's affecting us. If you guys saw my video from last night, you will know that I was talking about a drug cocktail that could treat a whole lot of people if they happen to unfortunately come down or be infected with the Rona, right? And so this morning, I was listening to a couple of brothers on, I believe his name is George Macon's channel or something like that. So they're over there rubbing themselves off as it pertains to history. And I asked a question. I said, "Good morning, A class," and allegedly. So I asked a question in the chat. I think the comment was deleted. I asked, the question was, why aren't you guys talking about, the drug cocktail that could treat many of us? Okay. And I felt really and I felt inclined to ask that question. Of course, it got deleted out the chat because, like I said, they're over there rubbing themselves off about history that really has nothing to do with survival, us surviving this pandemic, okay? And so, and I felt, and you guys, if you haven't seen that video, please go back and watch it because I feel really good about the drug cocktail of the anti-malaria drug as well as the Z-Pack, and I felt good about it. I felt like it was promising because my sister, she takes the anti-malaria drug. I can't think of the name, hydroxychloroquine or something like that. Anyway, she's been taking it for a couple of years because she has sarcoidosis, and she is now in remission, full remission of sarcoidosis, because she found a Chinese doctor that prescribed that to her. She was really on the brink of death, and he prescribed it to her, and so this really helped her. And sarcoidosis is a lung disease, right? As well as they say, there's another woman that was on my chat last night, Lady Nika. She said she's been taking it for years because she has lupus, and if it had not been for that drug, she wouldn't be walking right now, right? So anyway, I felt that was really promising, especially as it pertains to our people, because we know that it is a lie when people are saying that black people can't catch the Rona. We know that that is not true. We have seen many people, athletes, entertainers, they are black and they have come down with the Rona, right? So, but because a lot of our people suffer from lack of knowledge, I really want to put that out there into the atmosphere in case you saw the video, in case unfortunately you or somebody in your family, was falling victim to the Rona, right? So anyway, fast forward. So I'm over there watching them mentally rub themselves off. I asked a question, nobody responded to it. I think it was deleted out the chat, and I'm thinking, well, okay, let's talk about hello, mother. Hey, Jessica, how you doing, baby? Well, let me read this. Wonder Woman said, it allows your cells to absorb zinc. Z-Pack has zinc. I take 100 milligrams. Is that right, Wonder Woman? Okay. All right. Thank you. So anyway, guys, right? So it got me thinking about a book that I had read long time ago about a slave named Tituba and a Puritan minister of, what do you call it? The Pilgrims, all of that back in the 1600s, right? And I want to tell you guys this is a little part of history. It's a lot about our people in history, especially during slavery, that we never hear about. Do you see what I'm saying? And we know that historically, we have all heard of a lot of inventions and things of that nature. A lot of those ideas, that the slave or black people back in the day came up with, and those things were stolen from black people. They were patented, and the Anglos were given credit for it. So this is kind of one of those stories, right? It's also a very interesting historical fact for me, because you guys know I'm always studying root work, voodoo, reading up on stuff like voodoo, and things of that nature. So we know that our people historically, we have always worked with roots. We have always worked with, with herbs and stuff like that. And a lot of that information, a lot of that learning was brought over from the motherland by our people that were captured and put into slavery. Okay, so there was a slave during the 1600, I think it was 1692 smallpox epidemic, right? And a smallpox, I'm sure all of you guys have heard of smallpox. Smallpox, I'm sorry, killed hundreds of thousands of people. They didn't know what to do with it. It was an epidemic, much like the Rona is out here now, right? So Cotton Mather, like I said, he was a Puritan minister, and his friend had a slave, owned a slave. Her name was Tituba. Tituba was from she had been brought to the Americas from Barbados. Her slave owner owned a sugar plantation, and so when he left Barbados and came to America, to Salem, Boston, Massachusetts, he brought his slave Tituba and two other male slaves. Right. So Tituba was, I guess, I would call her a root worker. Okay, so Cotton Mathers. Like I said, he was a Puritan. He also believed in witchcraft, but he also believed in medicine, right? And he was trying to figure. And when a lot of people started dying from smallpox, he noticed that the slaves weren't dying from smallpox, right? And so the story goes that one day he asked the slave Tituba, why her people weren't dying from smallpox, like his people was, the Anglos were, the slaves weren't dying from it. And he couldn't figure out what was going on. So he asked her, and she told him that, in the motherland before she had been captured, it was, hey fly birdie, how you doing? There was they also came down with something similar to smallpox, and what they did to stop people from dying over there was, when you had people healing up, smallpox is a whole bunch of little really pustule bumps, all over your body. They say it's very painful to have smallpox, right? It's very painful death if you come down with it. So in the motherland, they had something like that over there. I'm sure they didn't call it smallpox, right? But what they did was, what the healers did was, when you found somebody that didn't die from it and they started to heal from it for whatever reason, they would take the scabs off the sores and cut a little slit in your skin, and put the scab in between the slit of your skin and cover it back up. And they was using it kind of like a vaccine. You see what I'm saying? And that was saving a lot of people. So she told this information to Cotton Mathers, who was all off into witchcraft, and he was also off into medicines and stuff like that, right? So Cotton Mathers, the Puritan minister, took that information to other people, and Tituba, is really led the way to what we know now as a smallpox vaccine. He took that information and he applied it to his own people, right? So after he had been being praised, for helping thousands of people be cured, not die from smallpox, right? And so after that, he called Tituba a witch. And this started the way to what we know now as the Salem witch trials. Good morning, Enlightened One. And but I really think that, there's a book, I forgot the name of the book. This is the start of the Salem witch trials. Okay, like I said, he also believed in witches. He played a role in at least six documented women being called witches and being burned because he thought that they were witches, right? And so Tituba, however, was a little different. The story goes that Tituba was called a witch, not because she really was a witch, or even if a lot of people other than Cotton Mathers called her a witch. Okay, they didn't believe the slave, really had enough sense to be a witch, right? And but Cotton Mathers named Tituba a witch because she is the one that gave him the information about putting the scab under the skin, and that would be able to cure you from you. It would kind of like inoculate you from smallpox. So the story goes that he didn't want to get out that this slave is the one that led away for this smallpox inoculation. So he called her a witch, and she was burned also. And to all in an effort to cover up the fact that she is the one that really led the way to a smallpox vaccine. The slave was, right? So he called her a witch. Not only did he call her a witch, he called the slave owners, I think his name was Jason Biggs or Anthony, not Jason, or Anthony Biggs or something Biggs, John Biggs or something. Briggs. I can't think of his name right now. But anyway, not only did he have named Tituba as a witch, he named the man's wife as a witch also, and also her daughter. And he did all of this in an effort to cover up the fact that Tituba is the one that told him how to inoculate people and save their lives from the smallpox. And I just want to mention that to you guys. I found it very fascinating, and I thought it might be a fun fact for you guys. You know, we got this Rona going on. We got black folks on YouTube, especially the men, mentally masturbating one another because they want to sound so learned, but they're not really putting out any pertinent information like that drug cocktail I talked about last night. So I was like, okay, since we're talking about history, let's come on over here and talk about the Salem witch trials. So I just really wanted to share that with you guys. I thought it was a fun fact. I thought it was very interesting. And like I said, it also, it also adds to some information that is not widely spread about one of our ancestors, and one of our in the ancestor, her name was Tituba. She was a slave. I truly believe that she was what we would call today a root worker. Do you see what I'm saying? And I find actual information like this to be very interesting for me because I'm all off into roots and spirituality and things of that nature, and I really just want to share that with you guys. I thought it was very interesting, because they're over there talking about some stuff that really don't have nothing to do with our survival. And I also wanted to talk about this because there are a lot of things going on right now, and you got men online, being happy that the Rona is going around right now because they think it's going to bring black women to heel or in submission or something like that. And I'm thinking, well, where do they get this from? It's so ignorant. And because as black women, we know that we always do what we have to do, right? And so this is just one example of another black woman doing what she have to do to save her people, right? And not only did she save her people, she really saved countless thousands of people, back in the late 1600s, because she led the way in finding a inoculation for the smallpox vaccine. And I just want to share that little story with you guys. Yes, women are very resourceful. You're right about that, Lola. So why these men on here being happy about the coronavirus and thinking black women are gonna lay prostrate at their feet because they need their protection? I don't know why they're thinking about that, thinking like that. That is beyond me because we all know that is not going to happen. Don't nobody want no apocalyptic pain. Don't nobody need these men to take care of us. They can't even take care of themselves, okay? And so I just found that interesting. It is wishful thinking. It is wishful thinking on their part. They so desperate for women because they don't know how to relate, because they are insecure about themselves, to where they will be happy about a pandemic that's going on. I find it very interesting. You see what I'm saying? I find it fascinating. They figure if they say it, it is so right. It's absolutely not true. Nobody is going to lay prostrate at your feet because you're thinking that we need your protection. No, honey, let me tell you something. A weapon, a firearm, is an equalizer. As long as that woman has a firearm, she has no need for you. Because the only thing you going to do most of the time, pretty much anyway, in my opinion, is run behind a skirt tail anyway and need protecting yourself. We have to protect our children and our families. We don't have time to protect you emasculated black male. Okay? But I found it very fascinating, really quite disturbing and disgusting. They are afraid of their future. They absolutely are. They absolutely are. If they can't, we know that black men don't. Hey, Lady Tia, we know that black men collectively don't protect black women or black children anyway. So why would you think that we will run to you, derelict males, for any type of protection? That is beyond me. You see what I'm saying? And the misogyny, really, moreover, what I really was trying to deal with was the misogynistic aspect of men in general, especially as it pertains to this story, Cotton Mather and Tituba. He set this woman up, he called her a witch and burned her at the stake because he didn't want nobody to find out that black led the way to them finding a smallpox vaccine because he wanted to take all the claim for it. That is misogynistic. That is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? In a larger context. But that pride and that ego has these men over here talking about any and everything that really don't matter. Like I said, I seen them on George Macon's channel talking about stuff that really don't have nothing to do with survival. And that is just an example of how they cannot protect us. You arguing about some historical facts that don't have nothing to do with what's going on right now. Hence is why I asked the question, well, why aren't you telling the people about this drug cocktail, that could possibly save their lives? Now, they say that that drug combination is really toxic. It's really hard on you. Do you see what I'm saying? You could die from the cocktail. But I'm thinking, because so many black people are already taking that drug, I'm thinking that we can handle that combination. Do you see what I'm saying? Wonder Woman said, "Obsidian in the ministry." Yeah, they're desperate. They sure are, Wonder Woman. You're absolutely right. Obsidian in the ministry. They're disgusting. They're disgusting, desperate creatures. And don't nobody need them. Ain't nobody got time to drag a man behind them when they trying to save their kids and their family. Don't nobody have time so they can get that out of their mind. No, women are not going to come to heal. No, we don't need you protecting us. We can protect ourselves because, like I said, a firearm is an equalizer. Okay. Lady Tia said, "You hope, yeah, oh, absolutely, Lady Tia. I hope everybody's doing safe. I hope you're being safe too, babes. Our African heritage makes us more aware of holistic medical. You're absolutely right, Lola, and that is another reason, for the story. For really, it's a fun fact. I thought it was very interesting. Because we're going through so much right now. And also on the stream last night, a lot of people were, giving out a lot of organic info, if you will. You know what I mean? A lot of herbs and stuff that can boost your immune system. You know what I mean? But as a people, we are used to, finding our own remedies to things. Do you see what I'm saying? And good morning, Mr. Good morning, Kingsman. How you doing? But I thought that was a fun fact, and I wanted to share, with you guys in case you had never heard of a slave named Tituba. Cotton Mathers and her leading the way for a smallpox vaccine. There's so much that we don't know about our people, and a lot of it gets swept under the rug. But I thought that was kind of relevant to what's going on. Like I said, right now via this Rona and all this and all that. I thought you guys might like to hear that. If you just came in and you didn't hear the first part of the video, please go back and listen to it. But anyway, I don't want to stay on here that long. I just want to give you guys the interesting little fun fact. I'm gonna go back and find the name of that book that I was reading, and I'm gonna put it in the comment section. Do you see what I'm saying? Because it's just, a lot of us are sheltering in place right now. We don't have nothing to do, and I actually found that book. You can, if you have a library card in my state anyway, I'm sure it's like it everywhere. But you can check out books online. Do you see what I'm saying? And that was one of the books that I was checking that I had checked out online. Like I said, because I love all types of spirituality. I find it very interesting how so many of our people today, especially in light of the story I just told you about Tituba, want to assert, call themselves witches and all this and all that, and you're actually, lending your God given energy, your God given holistic energy to things that are really less than you. And when you call yourself a witch, and when you're doing all this crystal work and all of this and all that, really that really is not for you. That is a simply a watered down version of Anglo magic that was taken away from our people. And you really don't need anything like a crystal or a tarot card or anything like that. I mean, there's a lot our people were taught. It was a lot that we do with herbs. It's a lot we do with different types of bone and even blood and many other things. Okay, because we truly have uh, magic uh, power source within us, if you will. Do you see what I'm saying? We don't need to deal with Anglo magic and crystals and all this stuff. We don't need to deal with that. We deal directly with nature. We deal directly with power given to us by the Most High God, as well as the universe, as well as nature. We don't need that extra stuff. All of that stuff is a lot of fanfare, but because a lot of us don't know that, because a lot of us are asleep and we have been dumbed down to a whole lot of stuff, that is another reason why I want to share that interesting fun fact. I've seen so many black women on here calling themselves witches and all of this, and I'm thinking, why are you calling yourself a witch? If you're interested in the different types of spiritualities, I won't call it the occult. I would call it different types of spiritualities. Why don't you do some reading up on root work, the heritage of voodoo, because that is a religion. It is not a cult. Do you see what I'm saying? Because you have power. When it comes to your people and those sort of things, you don't need any kind of Anglo Celtic witchcraft, because all of that comes from your people. And so, third degree burns said China. Why you say China is going to get us third degree burns? Child. But yeah, I just want to mention that little fun fact to you guys. And I go back and find the book, the book, the name of the book, one of the books that I was reading up about Tituba the slave and smallpox, as well as the Salem witch trials. And I put it in the comment section. I highlighted it in the comment section in case you guys want to read up on it yourself. Like I said, I just read it from the library. Online. And it's a lot of stuff that if you have a library card, like I said, if you like to read a lot of those books, you can rent them online or whatever from your library, and they stay on your phone for like 2 weeks. And then like the thing will go away or whatever, and you can rent it again if you have to, all of that stuff. There's a lot of things that we can do while we're sheltering in place, and I also want to say it don't matter how much these guys get on here and mentally masturbate themselves about history that a history that really is not pertaining to our survival right now. No matter how much they want to do that, it's really not going to change anything. Okay, you think Bill Gates started this? Some people so stupid they think it's a hoax. They are online telling people that no, these people really aren't dead. It's a trick. This is an old picture. I'm thinking, okay, but I heard on the news this morning of a 9-year-old boy coming down with corona, and he was infected in school, in the elementary school. And you remember I told you guys a month ago that I was taking my nephew out of school. Do you see what I'm saying? Because he has very bad asthma, and he's had the flu twice. You see what I'm saying? And not only that, I think somebody said something like there was a 3-year-old infected with the Rona as well. It's like it's a lot going on right here. It's a lot out here. It's a lot of information that black people aren't being, given, a lot of relevant information that we need for survival. And they're over talking about Bill Gates and whatever else in the world they masturbating about over there. Because when you want to so desperately sound like you're the smartest person in the room because of your ego, because of your fragile ego, what you do to somebody like me is you end up sounding dumb as fuck. And excuse my French, but you do. Because you're really not talking about nothing. Okay? Good afternoon, Jay Ray. You're really not I'm not impressed by you rattling off some regurgitated what you think is historical information or whatever. Talk about, teaching your people how to survive. But see, they can't talk about stuff like that, but they can't talk about the black woman coming to heal because of the Rona. They're gonna need us now, y'all. They're gonna come flying back to us in droves. Honey, that's wishful thinking. Ain't no woman got time if she's single to be worried about no apocalyptic pain because she know it ain't nothing you can do to help her anyway. Talk about that. Talk about, why your own women don't have confidence in you. So why would they be flocking back and falling prostrate at your feet for any kind of help? We can better off help ourselves and our children, our own self without you. Do you see what I'm saying? So I don't see no women, forming a line in front of black men, black women, because they think we need some protection because of the Rona. No, we can protect ourselves. That's what a firearm is for, and a knife and anything else you got to use. All right, because we know as women, historically, especially black women, we don't always do what we want to do, but we always do what we have to do. And don't nobody need no weak ass man lagging behind their skirt tail while they trying to protect their family and their children. If you're not gonna step up to the plate, and if you online rejoicing the fact of a coronavirus, you're clearly a derelict anyway. And you're absolutely not needed or wanted right now. Don't nobody have time to pacify your weak ass. Okay. King's Meter said, they can think it's a hoax. Yeah, if they want to, but guess who knows it's real. Okay. And is acting accordingly. Thank you. Pete is the last thing on my mind. I know that's right, King's Meter. They sound so stupid and remedial. And like I said, when I was over there listening to all that nonsense this morning, I was like, you know what? Let me go and come on here and talk to my ladies, because this is nonsense. This is just real ignorant. Like they don't even realize. That's right, Lola. P won't feed you. Okay, but if a JJ will, okay, because we know how to get what we gotta we know we know how to make it work for us, okay? They unfortunately don't. All right. It's just like, did any of you guys real fast watch the I told you guys about the show on Netflix about Madam CJ Walker. Did any of you guys see that? Hit the one if you went on and looked at it. Because it was very interesting and very telling. I'm always talking about the fragile black male ego. And a lot and the whole thing was just, I was like, wow, these dudes are really pathetic. Did you see it, King's Meter? What did you think about her husband, CJ Walker, and how weak he was? I mean, he worried about her business. He worried about her being a success, and hating on her to the point to where, he just real stupid. I mean, just real silly, as well as her daughter's husband, which burnt down the dang on house, because he tried to go outside and smoke a cigarette and then turned around and wanted to sell his secrets to the mulatto woman that was trying to bring her down. I was like, Lord. Yeah, that's how they do. I guess things ain't changed. The same way they was acting back then is the same way they're acting now, huh? It's very unfortunate. So that's what I got most. I said I was gonna come back and do a review, but Chell, I didn't even want to make these dudes look bad about what I had to say about that, because ain't nothing changed. They was weak then, they weak now, they just weak. Okay. And then you get over here and bitch about, oh, she won't let me be a leader. Well, evidently you don't know how to lead, which is why Madam C.J. Walker kept saying, this is my company. Because she knew what she had to do to make profits for her company. Okay? Mr. Light once said, I missed it, but we'll catch it hopefully today or tomorrow. Oh, okay, Mr. Light. Well, yeah, I hope you get a chance to watch it. It was really good. Now is the perfect time to lead. But we don't have very many males that are fit to lead. They are over here mentally masturbating about nonsense instead of giving people information about how they can survive. But me, this black woman, I was talking about this a month ago. What was I telling y'all to do? Stock up on your goods now, because it's going to be bad. You see what I'm saying? Whereas it took them a long time to realize, but now they call it a hoax, right? But it took them, black men, a long time to even pay attention to it. You see how silly they are? It don't make no sense. I find it fascinating. I find it fascinating. A lot of black people are still going around, oh, we can't catch the Rona because our melanin is going to protect us. Oh, honey, no, it's not. Or either it's a hoax. Oh, okay. All right. And who cares how it got started? It's here. What about survival? It don't matter. It's here. People are dying from it. Our people are dying from it. Who cares? It don't even matter now. Maybe if we be able to, come up with some treatment that can save us, keep so many of us from dying after all of that has passed, then you can talk about who started what or your conspiracy theories. But right now, we're in the thick of things. Hey, Alicia, and we need to be worried about survival, not who started it. We need to be worried about how to deal with it. But like I said, they over there jacking each other off about some nonsense, having a whole argument about nonsense. King's Meter said, we cannot wait for someone to lead us. Absolutely. We have to make sure our babies are good. You're absolutely right, King's Meter. You're absolutely right. I don't even see that okay, so we got a virus. People are being laid off from work. Instead of you spending so much time online, why don't you out there trying to make a way for your family? You see what I'm talking about? Instead, they would rather come online and talk and try to make themselves seem more intelligent than they actually are, which makes them sound stupid and irrelevant and derelict to somebody like me. You see how that works? They claim that O type blood is more resistant to the virus than others. Is that right? I hadn't heard that. Uh-huh. But yeah, man, it's just I'm just really frustrated by that whole conversation, this morning. It's really unfortunate. But these guys are ridiculous. They don't even realize how stupid they sound online. Arguing about regurgitated information and wanting to be the smartest one, on the panel when you all sound stupid. Because why aren't you talking about survival? Well, you got kids? No, you got kids? I told you I have kids. Well, I got kids. I'm thinking, really? Like, why you ain't out trying to make a way for your kids? Duh. Child, it's just incredible to me. But anyway, child, I just want, I hope, like, I ain't gonna hold this too long because I really want y'all, people to go back and watch the first part of the video when I was talking about Tituba and Cotton Mather's. I thought that was a real good, piece of history. Like I said, I'm always off into things like that, especially as it pertains to our slave ancestors, and the gifts that they brought over from the motherland and how that impacted, early, American life. Do you see what I'm saying? And we know because and we also, on the side note, because there was a way, they found a way to inoculate thousands of people from the smallpox vaccine. Because of that, they also infected, they always, you hear a lot of black people only calling themselves Indian. I'm not black. My ancestors weren't slaves. They didn't come from Africa. They were Indians. We were already here. I'm thinking, what? What? But anyway, we know that they infected the blankets of those Indians that had to walk the Trail of Tears with the smallpox vaccine. But they did that because they already had they are with the with the smallpox virus, right? To kill as many of them off as they could. And they did that because they already had an inoculation for it. Do you see what I'm saying? And so that's why they gave those people, those Indians, blankets infected with smallpox to kill them off. And it's just so unfortunate, you know, and to see my own people, especially my own black men, really just really not worried about not being present or not being smart enough to be present or trying to escape and sound like you're smarter than the average bear when it comes to stuff that really has nothing to do with what's going on right now. They just let you know that no, you cannot depend on them for survival, and you really kind of have to save yourself. All right, especially if you have children or even if you have a family. We have to worry about things that are going to protect us on a day-to-day basis, and that is why I felt it felt promising to me to learn about that cocktail. And like, if you guys listen to that video from last night, a lot of black people have been able to, overcome a lot of illnesses because of their anti-malaria drugs. And my sister is one of them because, like I said, she was dying from scarcoidosis, and now she is in remission from scarcoidosis because of their anti-malaria drug. You see what I'm saying? And so that's very promising to me, you know. So yeah, I wanted people to know about that drug cocktail. It's not a vaccine, it's not a cure, but it's a treatment, along with the Z pack, and that could really impact, it really could save a lot of people's lives. But I don't see a lot of us talking about it, and it's unfortunate. Do you see what I'm saying? And then they got mad at Trump. They said he was jumping the gun because he felt hopeful about that combination of drugs. But he has a right to feel hopeful because there was also a French study done about the drug cocktail, about the drug combination, and it was very promising over there. But they just did that. They experimented on. They just use a couple of people for test subjects. But by the fact that so many of our black people are already using that drug, and it's working to help people with lupus and my sister with scarcoidosis. We had a couple of testimonies on that video last night. That means it's very promising to me. You know what I mean? And so I felt real good about that. And I wanted to share that. But I got real irritated when I was hearing them over there jack each other off about some information that really nobody cares about anyway. You know what I mean? I realize that a lot of people are anxious and a lot of people feel like they don't know what to do right now. So you would rather escape into the world of nonsense. Do you see what I'm saying? But a lot of us, especially women, we don't have time to escape in the world, filled with nonsense and non important facts because we're worried about survival. Do you see what I'm saying? And so that was just very interesting to me. That is what led to this video this morning. King Smita said, my boyfriend told me if push comes to shove, I could just move in with him. She said I read and paid my mortgage up 6 months ahead just in case I got laid off. No thanks. I know that's right, King Mina. Child, don't nobody need the problems. Don't nobody no. I feel you. Nope. I absolutely feel you because I told you they think because this Rona is impacting everybody, they think that black women are going to lay prostrate at their feet because in their feeble minds, we need them for something. We need them for survival. I don't know what kind of women, and they said that they are women that's co-signing it. So they're fueling the fire. They're fueling these fantasies of a lot of these black men online of making them really think that they are needed. Okay. My daughter and my grandchildren live in my house. I know that's right, King's meeting. Like, what need you for what exactly? For you to mess up some more stuff? Because we already know what we got to do to survive as women. We already know. But they're over there praising the Rona. Oh, the women's gonna come back to us now. You sound thirsty and you sound desperate because, like I said earlier, ain't nobody worried about no apocalyptic pain. Okay, ain't nobody got time for that mess. All right, you better be worried about survival. But you got a lot of, it just kills me how a lot of people online say a lot of, stuff, that's really not pertaining to anything. All they're doing is regurgitate some stuff they read out of a book. Okay? That really has nothing to do with the current situation, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And it's just really ridiculous. They come up with the dumbest stuff in the whole world to argue about. Like, I've never seen anything like this in my life. I mean, the educational system over here in America really did a number on a whole lot of people. But you can't even fully blame the educational system. Read a book, you know. And then they call themselves pro-black. You don't even know what it means to be pro-black. You can't even protect yourself, let alone your community, and you calling yourself pro-black. You pro-black in what context? Online regurgitating, regurgitating facts about what the white man done did to you. Is that your version of pro-black? I just be shaking my head. It's fascinating to me. It's fascinating. I ain't never seen nothing like it. I love him. He is good to me, but I have to make sure my babies always have it. You're absolutely right, Kingsman. I'm married. I love my husband. But that don't have nothing to do with whether he was here or not. I would still be able to survive on my own. You know what I mean? And so it just is what it is. Because I always have to take care of me first. Whether you went on it, you with it or not, don't worry about it. I'm going to take care of me irregardless. That is a point I'm trying to make. You know what I mean? We are always going to protect us and our children and our families, irregardless if they're there or not. We've had to do it forever. We're used to doing it right now. We're used to providing for ourselves as women. So why would we have to come to you for anything? Like I said, they run off into the world of escapism and they sound real stupid. And it's real frustrating to somebody like me because they sound dumb as F. Like, I don't even mean no harm. It ain't even no shade. It's just the truth. Sounds stupid and remedial. Nikki says they act the same way about food stamps. Yeah, being taken away. How embarrassing as if we all use food stamps. It's okay if you are. Child, I know, right? They were so happy thinking Trump was going to take all the food stamps away. Oh, they're going to come running back to us now because it ain't going to be no more food stamps. Girl, I was like, Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord, God bless them. They're so desperate and thirsty. And they want to blame the black woman for everything. But what about looking into it? You are the problem. If you don't have a woman and you don't know how to properly, take care of or support a family, if you don't know how to be a provider and a protector, that is on you. Thank you, Nikki. Nikki said no one ran anywhere, honey. LOL. You're absolutely right. I didn't see no whole group of what they kept. Are they gonna be feminine again? You know, the version of feminine is submission, and the version of feminine of you letting them put their hands on you because they are emasculated and they gotta feel that the only way they can feel like a man is to beat the woman down. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why I chose not to even do the dang on review about self-made. Cause those husbands of hers was really disgusting and unfortunate to me. Do you see what I'm saying? And so yeah, that's yeah, they're very exhausting, Miss Enlightened One. I absolutely agree. Don't nobody have time to babysit nobody's ego. Okay? Don't nobody have time to water themselves down to make you feel superior. Those days are gone. We don't have time to deal with that no more, especially right about now. They say Uber just unfortunate to me. That's the only way I can put it. You know, and then if you are a woman and if you haven't, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what I don't do, and I've never done this. I don't know about the type of blood. Yeah, I don't either, Nikki. I haven't heard about that. I have to try to find some information on it. But if you are, I learned a long time ago when I was a lot younger, never to coddle a man. I don't have time to coddle anybody. All right, not somebody else's child. And if you're supposed to be my man and you sleeping with me, you're supposed to come equipped and ready to be able to protect and provide for me. I don't have time to take care of you because see the thing about me is y'all, I don't have any birth children. And I'd be darned if I'm gonna take care of somebody that's supposed to be standing beside me. I'm not gonna throw you over my shoulder and burp you, and you supposed to be my man. Don't nobody have time for that. I don't have time to pacify your bruised, your very delicate ego. That is an issue that you need to deal with before you get with somebody like me. I've never done that. I don't. If I smell weakness on you, I'm gonna roll over you anyway. It's not a good thing for me, not for somebody with my personality. So I've never dealt with people like that, with men like that. You know what I mean? And my husband is able to stand alone. All right, he stands alone. He do what he have to do because he know he's supposed to. I mean, he came that way, or else we wouldn't have been married this long. Because I'm not finna coddle nobody. All right, especially not no grown man. Because I came from a family of grown men that handle business. They take care of their family. That was my example of manhood when I was a child. So why in the world would I accept anything less than how I was raised? That's ridiculous. But a lot of women feel like they need to water themselves down and cater to the egos of these derelict, weak, emasculated men. And I don't have time for that. I just laugh at them. That's why I treat them the way I treat them online. I talk over them. I talk louder than they do because you really ain't saying nothing that I want to hear. Like you weaker than me. Why would I respect you? And why would I fake the funk online? No. If you can't hang, you just can't hang. I don't deal with them. They're very frustrating and unfortunate to me. That is why when on my platform, I predominantly speak to women. Okay? Because women are my equal. We are on an equal playing field unless you some kind of mammy or pick me, and I ain't got time for that either. I deal with strong women. I try to uplift younger women and tell them what the deal is so they can grow in their strength, in their self-esteem, because ain't nobody got time for nonsense. I don't deal with stuff like that. A lot of women also don't have the experience of being around real men. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But if you see one, you might not have experience being around a what you call real man. But if you're having to take care of that man instead of him taking care of you, and you having to water your strength down in order to pacify him, so he won't so he won't feel bad about your strength because he is weak. Common sense should tell you this is not the guy for me. Because it's like Mr. Light was saying, it's exhausting. And why would you ever want to be with somebody that you can't be yourself with anyway? What does that say about you? I'm not talking about you, Nikki. I'm talking about in general. Because you're right, a lot of women don't have the experience of being around a real man. But common sense should tell you if you stronger than him, he ain't the one for you. Do you see what I'm saying? And so, yeah, man, I just really had to bring that to you guys. It just be beyond me some of the stuff I be listening to online. Nikki said, I have cousins and friends that always told me I was lucky to have the dad. Yeah, I feel blessed as well, Nikki. I feel blessed. Do you see what I'm saying? You know, but yeah, I mean, they want to be mad about your strength. They want to be mad about your job status, your socioeconomic status. They want to be mad about your freaking hair weave, for God's sakes. I have never seen so many men in my life concerned with hair weave and skin tone. I'm like, oh my God, really? This is what we doing? And then they really feel like women are going to feel away because they're talking about somebody's weave or their skin tone or they went to college so that they can be strong. No, they went to college so they can provide for themselves because you ain't going to do it. But anyway, y'all, if you came in late, if you came, I didn't even mean to get off into all of that. But yeah, man, I was like really irritated this morning because I feel like, it's unfortunate that, and then we act like we're in our own little bubble here on YouTube. When anybody from any part of the world can click on your channel and listen to how weak and emasculated you sound. Weak and emasculated a lot of these black men online sound. Do you see what I'm saying? Anybody can. And it's unfortunate because they take that, and the reason why we have to protect ourselves as black women on such a broad scope, collectively we have to protect ourselves, is because other races of men know that we are left unprotected. But the only thing they don't know, what they don't know, is something that they never want to admit to online, is when we are very capable and we will absolutely protect ourselves. You know, Tanya said, I grew up with 5 warrior women, including myself. Absolutely, Tanya. So my tolerance is none for male nonsense. Happy 50th birthday me today. Happy birthday, Tanya. Y'all put some birthdays and some birthday salutations in the chat for Tanya. Happy birthday, girl. God is good. That's all right. But I'm like you, Tanya. I grew up with very strong women and very strong men. Those are my examples. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't have time, and I don't deal with nonsense either. I don't have time for it. It's very frustrating. I don't like stupid. I don't do stupid because I don't have time for it. I don't have time to pacify nobody if you're not no actual baby. You know what I mean? I don't have time. Like, who cares about your ego? I don't care about your ego. I see a lot of women on here, and you can tell they pacify their men's ego instead of telling them men that you sound real stupid. You need to read a little bit more. Okay, thank you, A class. There you go, Tanya. You got you some balloons, girl, in the cake. Happy birthday. That's all right. But anyway, guys, that was pretty much my rant. I don't even know how it turned into a rant because I was really talking about Tituba the slave. And if you came in late, go back and listen to the first part of the video. Happy birthday again, Tanya. I love you guys. Child, I guess I'm going to get off her. I wasn't even trying to make this video that long, but child, I was real irritated when I was over there listening, like I said, to those fools talk about stuff that really don't make no sense right now. It's really irritating to me. You know what I mean? Nikki said I didn't realize the lack of real men until I grew up. And then, of course, yes, YouTube did it for me. Right? I had real good black men in my life. Me too. Lost a few along the way. Me too, Nikki. I had no idea of the level of weakness that was going on. You know, I mean, because we know that when you see these communities, online communities, they really are a microcosm of what's actually going on offline in our everyday lives. And for me to find something out find that out and come to that realization, Nikki, it was very very off-putting to me. Do you see what I'm saying? Because when I first came online, I didn't understand why some women were saying what they were saying about these men. I thought they were wrong. Like, y'all really picking on these guys for no reason. Come and find out, honey, they was right. Okay. Nikki said, let me stop holding you up. Oh, girl, you ain't holding me up. I'm just feeling this. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate you, but you're absolutely right. You ain't holding me up. You're telling the truth. Because I feel the same way that you feel. I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked by the way that they act, and they cry more than women cry. They cry more than women, and then they want the women to submit to them because they weak. And I'm thinking if we spend our time submitting to these weak men, we would have nothing. We will be starving on the street corners. It's ridiculous. Ain't nobody got time for that. Honey, it's I'm like, child, really? Alicia said, that's why I'm glad I'm not part of the dating pool. Me too, girl. Oh my God. There's not much to choose from. There's absolutely, Alicia, I agree. There's absolutely not much to choose from. I feel sorry for these young single women. Oh my God. Is it any wonder why they're choosing career over family? Is there any wonder why they're doing that? Oh my goodness. Nikki said, but now, please, I am one of those women. You one of those women that's just they ain't got much to choose from, Nikki. Child, I feel you. I feel you. And like I said, I was mentioning to you guys to divest from the abuse, and ain't nobody got to a lot of women stick around with abusive men verbally, financially, emotionally, in every other way, any other form of abuse. A lot of women stick around with these men because they've been raised up to think that the only way they can make it, honestly, is with a man. You be or that the self-esteem level is so low, what I mean? They feel like the only thing they can do to boost their self esteem is to find any old kind of man. Any old kind of man will do, as long as it's a man. You see what I'm saying? That's unfortunate. She said, no, one of those that go in on black men. I got a man. LOL. Oh, okay, Nikki, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Yeah, man. Yeah. She said, oh no, we don't do. I know that's right, Kings Mina. We don't do abuse. Oh no, we divest from the abuse, honey. Because any old kind of man just won't do. If you have excellent self-esteem and you even care about yourself, you will know that abuse won't do. You're absolutely right about that, Kings Mina. Ain't nobody got time for that mess. You gonna hit me because you feel bad about yourself. That makes you even less than the man than you think you are if you got to put your hands on a woman. You hear men online talking about, I want these women to pay, these black women to pay. I want to see them in the pool of their own blood. We're going to burn down the community. And I'm thinking you thinking that's making you sound like a man. No, it's making you sound like a stereotype, a negative stereotype. Okay? Alicia said, "My daughter seemed to be choosing career over family." A lot of young black women are doing that. Alicia, she's the least bit interested in dating. Her words, quote, "None of these men can measure up to my granddad." See, my dad and my stepdad. You're absolutely right, Alicia. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of younger black women in particular are choosing. Not only black women though, just women in general. A lot of them these days are choosing career over family, having a family. Yeah, but like I said, is it any wonder? Because truth be told, a lot of men would rather lay with one another than you anyway. They've chosen themselves. Okay? And that's unfortunate. Tanya says self-confidence, self-esteem and confidence is the key. You're absolutely right, Tanya. I absolutely agree with you. You're absolutely right. Nikki said, my 17-year-old daughter is focused on getting a career. Absolutely. She's not thinking about these immature boys. Absolutely. She said they act so stupid. And your daughter is absolutely right, Nikki. She's absolutely right. Absolutely. The young women in my family feel the same way. Kingsmina said we don't do non-workers. Absolutely, either's unless you on a retirement pension and a good one at that. I know that's right, Kingsmina. Ain't nobody got time to be taking care of no man. We out here working hard and he at home playing Xbox. Ain't nobody got time for that. Child, please. Honey, Nikki said, I just hope my son, with his handsome self, meets a good woman. He's only 15 and love blackness. Good for him, Nikki. I'm sure you're raising him up. You raising him up to be a very productive black male. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Water Sniper, how you doing? Unblock your water sniper channel. I can see your channel, water sniper. Has it blocked, babes? Mr. Light one said they complain about you being educated, and then I moan about the ones on public assistance. I'm so glad I'm not on the dating scene. I know that's right, Mr. Light one. Nikki said Kings mean the right. Hey, one love, and that's the truth about them sleeping with. Yes, child. They rather lay with one another. Hey, kid, try how you doing? How you been doing? I'm doing fine, babes. I hope you're doing okay. But let me get back to this real fast. Water Sniper says, oh, here you go. No, the other channel is just called Water. Okay, I'll go take a look at it, Water Sniper. It's called Water Sniper. Water X Sniper. Water Sniper. Okay. I go when I get off here, I'll try to check it out for you, okay? But anyway, guys, Water Sniper. I'll be sure to do that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Nikki said, yes, I was confused when I first heard them downing educated black women. Like what? I was confused at first too, because I'm thinking, why would you, speak derogatorily about an educated black woman? That don't make sense to me. But hey, it is what it is. You guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. But yeah, like I said, I got a whole education. I got a little learning from the devil book over there, aka Facebook. But I got a whole. My eyes was wide open to what's going on as it pertains to these people online, honey. When I came on YouTube, I was like, what in the world, honey? It was so unfortunate. It took me a minute to catch on, but I got it. I got it. And it's very unfortunate. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to get off here, Water Sniper. I'm going to check on that as soon as I close the video. I love you guys. You guys stay safe. If you guys haven't seen that video from yesterday, when I'm talking about, Trump was right about that drug cocktail, please go check it out. It's got some good information in that video. It's also got a couple of testimonials. One of them testimonials is coming from my sister about not the Z-Pack, but the anti-malaria drug. It's helping a lot of us. Do you see what I'm saying? And I really want us to be on with as much information as we can. Anything that can help us over this Rona hump. Do you see what I'm saying? Because we know that our people, if we don't advocate for ourselves, you see what I'm saying? We'll just be gone. We have to advocate for ourselves. We have to be educated on things that can help us survive this, all of this chaos that's going on right now. You know what I mean? And so that's why I wanted to please go back and look at that video. And if you haven't, heard what I was talking about, which was Cotton Mathers and a slave named Tituba at the beginning of the video, please go back and check that out. It just turned into me ranting for almost an hour. You have a good day too, Kid Child. Thanks for joining us. Okay, and absolutely, everyone, stay safe. Absolutely. Do what you got to do to protect yourself and your family. You know what I mean? Keep your eyes open. Keep your ears open. Do you see what I'm saying? And so that we can get through this, as a people, and I believe that we will. But like I said, y'all go back and look at that video from last night if you want to learn more about that drug cocktail that I'm talking about, because I'm going to get off of it right now. I love you guys. Thanks so much for joining me this morning, and thank you, ladies, so much, and gentlemen, for having this conversation with me that turned into a rant, because it was so unfortunate. I get so sick of a whole lot of nonsense that I hear that I really don't even really listen to very many videos anymore. The only reason why I was over there on that other channel is because like I said, I had just woke up, and you know how you scan it through channels and all of this and all that. But child, after I clicked over and I got to hear them rattle on and have a whole argument about something that really is not pertaining to anything. You have a blessed day too, Alicia. I said, let me come on here and go live. Since we want to talk about some history, let's talk about, a very interesting piece of very interesting historical fact that a lot of people probably don't know anything about. So you go back and listen to the beginning of this video. Please hit the like button if you haven't on the way out the door. Thank you guys for your support. I'm going to talk to you guys later. Nikki said, thanks for coming on. I really enjoyed it. I can't do a lot of those other. I know, Nikki, me either, baby. Me either. I cannot. I absolutely understand. But thanks for being able to come on here and listen to me. I really appreciate it. Blessings to you too, A-Class. Well, ladies, and at least one gentleman. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna talk to you guys later. You guys have a nice day. I love you guys because that is what I am required to do. And ladies, we gonna be all right because we know that we are built to do what we gotta do to survive. Okay? I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Bye bye. Peace.